people. Welcome back, man. Welcome back, Danny. Welcome on nice Sunday. Welcome back to the Nick and Dad podcast.
They are. Don't know. On the Sunday, yeah.
Yeah.
They may good to be at Blues fans. They don't know when I'm a blue. But they in the California, LA, Chelsea. They don't know. So we are represent everything in idea, yeah. What about you? United fan. How's your Sunday, Maji?
Me I wait for Arnett Garden 8:30 for recover back my day.
uh,
Waiting at Arnett Garden to recover back my day. It's not a
mm.
very good day. Hey, right after the game, I'm gonna sleep. You hear me say that? Right after the game, man, I go sleep, man. It was that bad. It was that bad. But me just like a probably an hour and a half nap, nearly 2 hours, and then wake up in time, to watch the Strasbourg and the Marseille game and the Madrid derby, which is it worth your time every time when Real Madrid go away to play at the Wanda Metropolitano. You just never know what you're going to get. You understand? The side
Yeah.
scheme, everything. You understand? But I mean, the Sunday is nice. Not much derby like last week. I think what we experienced last week as a football fan, the amount of big games that play last week. You understand? And the
Yeah.
amount of rival game that we watched last week. This week needed some recover. You understand? And we did get it. And my Sunday start off by 7:30 in the morning watching Khadija Shaw, their second game in the WSL, their first home game. They defeated Brighton in that as well. You understand? So I saw my idea start off and then we start cook some food and bring the TV, in the kitchen and start watching the and Bailey. And then from there, I start sitting and watch some games. How about you?
CM. I don't know. Watching the Liam Bailey,
Yeah.
Aston Villa, Ipswich,
Ipswich.
Ipswich,
Aston
yeah,
Villa, Ipswich, yeah.
yeah. I was able to take in Hutchinson as well with Liam Bailey. Hutchinson have his, I think maybe one of his best game of the
Yeah.
season so far. He
Yeah.
was linking up play, was being very, very positive
Yeah.
and very creative. So seeing Liam Bailey, he got an assist with one of his weaker foot.
Yeah.
That was very impressive to see that he's improving on his weakest foot. So
Yeah.
just glad to see him back on the field after that injury,
Yeah.
as a Jamaican fan, coming up after the next international window. Hopefully he'll be available to be select. But United, as a United eater for all these years, just crazy. And you don't know, as I said, I didn't able to watch the Salzburg game, I was watching out.
The Strasbourg.
Yeah, I didn't able to watch that game at all. I didn't able to watch it. But I watched the Real Madrid game as well. These fans, these Atletico fans and Courtois, you know the history between those the Atletico fans and Courtois. Courtois leave Atletico to go to Chelsea and then went to Real Madrid, one of their biggest rival. And he was just shove it in their face. We up 1-0, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that game, never, at least there's still some passion in the game, because everybody been saying that football are gone, the game has dead, but at least there's still some passion because that game remembrance well used to go on back in the day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Game used to be put fans used to throw stuff on field. Because they at least we know that fans actually still care about what's going on, but you know,
Yeah.
a lot to talk about.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull up something that I need to talk about as well, but I don't get it as yet, Yeah, but yeah, we have some things to get in. We have a very interesting debate to get in as well, people. Look, but we're gonna start off, Khadija Shaw, 2 time running in a row, Ballon d'Or shortlist, nominee, have hit the ground running at home against Brighton, Daniel in the WSL. coming off the back after a big impressive win over a two-legged game against Paris FC in the qualification for the Champions League group stage. They finally in it. That's what I was pulling up. Barcelona, RB from Sweden, and St. Pölten from Germany, from the Fran Bundesliga. Two teams that in that zone, Barcelona and Manchester United, more likely would be the favorite. But the team, named RB from Sweden, they knocked out one of our regular team from Portugal, Jody Brown. Unfortunately, she will not be in the group stage. But I mean, looking at that group, Barcelona, this Barcelona woman team because they have knocked out Chelsea over the last four or five seasons in the last three semi-finals. You understand? So it's
Yeah.
a very, very good Barcelona team. This Barcelona team is the Spanish team. Yeah, they have probably more than 60% of all those Spanish players, played in the last record, played in this Barcelona team. But when you look on the spectacles around Khadija Bonishar season, this is coming up. She started off the season with a bang at home, score goal, which she did in I think a couple of days ago against Paris FC as well. What you looking for against, especially because we always looking for the group stage for her to get into the group stage against two tough teams, Barcelona and Amarby, a team that will give them problem home and away in the next coming weeks from now. The season, I think the August 8th and August 9th is the Women Champion League start. So I mean, what you expecting
August.
from? No, October.
Oh,
October the 8th. October the
oh.
8th and October the 9th. So what you're looking for, especially I heard playing two very good teams, Barcelona and Amarby.
Just to express herself on the biggest stage,
Yeah.
she's finally able to, otherwise than the World Cup, as we said last week, the Champions League is the biggest of the biggest. You get what I'm
Mhm.
saying? It's gonna be difficult.
Yeah.
You're playing one of the best team in the world, not
Yeah.
one of the best team in the
The
world.
best team in the world.
The best team in the world.
Yeah. Yeah.
They've been winning everything for the past 4 years. They have the Ballon d'Or player. They
Yeah.
win that same majority of that same team won the
Yeah.
World Cup.
Won the World
So
Cup. Yeah.
so
Yeah.
you're coming up against the best of the best, and if she even score a goal on one of the, even score a goal on
Yeah.
one out of those two games, because this away and home, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and I just wanted to see her express herself and do some create some problem for that team,
Yeah.
because I think last season when the Manchester was in I think the semifinal.
Semi-final. Yeah. The
Yeah,
semi-final.
yeah. Chelsea was playing their card,
Yeah.
but until they
Yeah.
get that those
I
two
think
on this.
experience and the quality, it was
Yeah,
just devastated over Chelsea. Just overwhelmed Chelsea and
yeah,
the two-legged.
yeah. So I mean, she's a very hardworking striker. I like
Yeah.
that's one thing about her. She don't wait for it to come to her. She
Yeah.
go look for it.
She
You
go
get
look
what I'm
for it. Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, just express herself at the biggest stage and show why you one of the show why, because you've been saying that she is the
Yeah.
best number 9
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
game.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I even though about them that say some disagree, but
Yeah. Yeah.
me not expect her to um do too much against Barcelona, because end of the day it's a team thing, because you're coming against the best team. But
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I want to see some individual moments from she to say,
Yeah.
okay, all right then. If she have more help, she could do something. You get what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But
Yeah.
she just need to express herself and just go out there and keep doing what she's been doing.
Yeah. But as you're talking about help, I have said it, on multiple shows, even on the Morning Insider. They went out there and they grabbed two big pieces. One of them is Viviana Madema, the Dutch player. She's an all-time leading goal scorer in the WSL, coming from Arsenal. Had a nasty injury just before the World Cup, in New Zealand and Australia. But she will look to make the difference, but what Man City will do, they will share the glory, which I see a different type of City team playing. I watched them in three games now. Is it three? Yeah, I didn't saw that Arsenal game. I didn't have the time to watch it. I watched the Brighton game. I watched the two-legged game in the qualification in the Women Champions League. And what I've been, Gareth Taylor have been doing this season, what he didn't do last season. This season is more of a collective. they are spreading the goals right around the squad. Hemp as well. Mediyama. They are coming up with the goods. So they're going to have to spread the goals around. And couple season, they're solely dependent on Khadija Bonisha, but they realize that to take the next lead, you can't just depend on Khadija Bonisha to get you the goals. You have to get the goals spread right across the teams and to get into the Champions League group stage, because they have been knocking on the door in the qualification round just by trying to get into the group stage, but they didn't get over the line. Finally, they did, and guess what? They made two massive signings. So, I mean, let's see if the goals can spread right across, and hopefully, look, she can come out victorious over two leg, against Barcelona. But it's going to be tough. It's going to be very tough playing in Barcelona, as they get like 10,000 fans
Yeah.
average on a
That
Champions League night. You understand?
dominating the
Yes.
ball, and
Yeah.
she's not really gonna see too much of the ball.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
anytime she get that ball, she gonna have to make very much use of it. You get what I'm saying? And just have to be very smart about it, because she gonna in a phase where she was like when she was in Jamaica, we didn't really
Yeah.
have too much quality, but she never
Yeah.
really get to have the ball
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? To show what quality that she's have, and she was working too hard. That's one thing I realized about her. She worked too hard, and then when she get the ball, she look
Yeah.
tired. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So she just have to make adjustment around that when it comes
Yeah.
to the highest of level. You have to
Yeah.
be disciplined. Don't go out,
Discipline.
spring out, running around. Just try
Yeah.
because you want. Yeah, but I get that. We've been there before. When you want the ball, yeah, go out of position just to get the ball. So she have to be a bit careful, because this Barcelona team, they keep the ball so good.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
play just like the men's team. They knock
Yeah.
the ball, they keep the ball. You get what?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
she have to just be smart about that, and don't tire out herself. So when she get the
Yeah.
opportunity to score, she
Yeah.
have all the energy to do that.
And I think this season, she's going to have to be a little bit more mature in her gameplay, be a little bit more mature in terms of how much energy she will burn. You understand? Because it will be a midweek weekend thing, especially when the League Cup start in England, the other cup as well. You understand? And then they will have the Champions League. So, it's going to be a massive, massive season for her this season. So it's just looking forward to see, what she can bring to the table. You understand? In the WSL, I'm expecting her to go 20 plus goals again, which is going to be a task. Why? The teams in the WSL, they are improving. The smaller teams, they are shopping really well. The women game overall is getting bigger and bigger. Everything's have evolved. Since that World Cup, in Australia and New Zealand. Even it started from the World Cup in France. You understand? Look at the turnout that they got. More money has been pumping in. So the TV rights, money have been shared across in WSL. So teams, going to get better. It's just like, football overall in general, men football, the smaller teams are getting better, in terms of the money is spreading right across the board. And so many TV rights and sponsorship deals. So, it's same thing in the women's game, but the women's game, the rapid growth have been happening since that 2019 World Cup in France. You understand? I mean, you have anything that you want to touch on before we move on in the WSL?
No, I mean it's these max what do you call it, box office.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I would like to see just keep pushing ourselves to get another level.
Yeah.
What more, try to, I mean, I wouldn't want Man City to win I would want Man City to win the WSL just because of she, because end of the day, as me a Chelsea fan, so I can support the Chelsea woman them
Yeah.
too. But if she can able to push Man City to win the
If
WSL,
she
I
could
will be
push.
ever, yeah,
Yeah.
I will be ever happy for her. She win the Premier League, cool. But me not gonna say to you, say, yo, me not watch she win the Premier League. End of the day, I Chelsea, I think they are Chelsea. But if she on that scale to push them to win the Premier League, I will be
Yeah.
happy for her. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. So people, that's it around Khadija Bonisha. I'm trying to at least, Daniel, I'm trying to at least one or twice a month, we spend some time talking about our best female player, as I think. in the space, she don't really get much recognized amongst her own people. You understand? So we this season is as I said, it's a big season for her. She's been in the Champions League, among some of the other big Jamaican players as well. So we go to zone in on her, in and out, like as I said, especially when the Champions League start. The Champions League will kick off during the international break, so it will be a little bit difficult. But on the morning insider, there's always a space and a fit, for Khadija Bonisha and the Nick and Dan podcast. So as I said, we're going to move on. But I mean, Daniel, next summer, 2025, the World Cup and the FIFA World Cup, it is causing outcry already. The two tournaments have announced cities and stadiums. The FIFA Club World Cup just announced it just under 20, I would say just over 24 hours, the FIFA have announced the host cities and the venues that are going to host the FIFA Club World Cup. Mr. Victor Montiel, announced the Gold Cup as well, where the games shedding around. But I mean, Daniel, looking at it, man, it's have been causing some problem. You remember when the FIFA Club World Cup just announced that it's going to take part in the US, and then after they realized that look, the Gold Cup and the FIFA Club World Cup will clash in the same time. The Gold Cup will start the first before just a day before the FIFA Club World Cup. They said the Gold Cup will be on the West Coast. Then they said the FIFA Club World Cup will be on the East Coast. When the announcement came, early, I think it was early Friday morning or
Yeah.
late Friday morning, the Pasadena on the Rose Bowl and Seattle in the Pacific, in the North Pacific West. How is it that they end up picking those two stadiums when they already made the arrangement that the Gold Cup will be on the West, the FIFA Club World Cup will be on the East?
Yeah.
We saw in the Nations League in Arlington Stadium, and even before that, I think it was in Colorado, empty stadiums in the Nations League, Gold Cups, empty stadiums when games sometimes played on the West Coast. When you have teams like Haiti, St. Kitts, Jamaica playing on the West Coast, that's not a strong hold for those nations. It's more on the East. But the favorite, you would say, the top two, the top three teams in the CONCACAF get their their games in their stronghold. So I'm just looking at it, man. Is it, the Gold Cup is at risk in terms of losing money, lack of funds. Because look, Barcelona will be here. Bayern Munich will be here. Real Madrid will be here. Bayern Munich, all these big teams, Pachuca, Monterrey, I think it's Monterrey, Leon, Flamengo, all these teams, River Plate, they will be here in the
Chelsea.
US. Chelsea, these teams will be here. So where the funds going to come from to support these tournaments, these two tournaments? And if you
I
ask
think,
me,
yeah,
the
go ahead.
FIFA Club World Cup is bigger than the Gold Cup.
Yeah. And that's why, and that's these organizations and these venue, they are prioritizing the FIFA Club World Cup because that's what gonna really bring you the money. You get what I'm
Mhm.
saying? That's really what's gonna bring in the money. So the Gold Cup, I don't know how they're gonna do it. I think
I think this going to be the worst World Cup. To be honest, I'm sorry. I
and the
just think
players
that.
and a majority of these top players they will be playing they will want to go to play for play the World Cup because
They,
the club the club gonna want their superstar players.
yeah,
You get what I'm saying? But the Gold Cup, if you really think about it, is this Gold Cup gonna be including Brazil and these teams or just the,
no,
the regular?
just the regular suspects.
So I don't think it's gonna jeopardize this too much because I think it's much to do with more of the venue. To be honest, I don't think too much
Mhm.
of the players them because
So
if you look on the players them, not too much of the players them play for those big clubs.
yeah,
You get what
yeah,
I'm saying? Because Pulisic, AC Milan is not gonna be there. Pulisic don't play there. You get what I'm, you get what I'm
yeah.
Liam Bailey play for Aston Villa. Aston Villa is not
Um,
gonna be there. You get what I'm saying?
it's
So
it's
if
I
you look on
think
it on that scale,
yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Maybe Alfonso Davis that play for Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich is gonna be there. He's probably not gonna be able to play. So which one he will prioritize? Is he gonna prioritize the Bayern Munich, or is he gonna prioritize? Because don't forget this tournament. We these clubs gonna get a lot of money for these tournaments. Whoever win this
Yeah,
tournament,
yeah.
you get what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I don't know why was this necessary? I don't know.
This is why.
I don't think they I think they're disrespecting the Gold Cup
Yeah,
because there's no other tournament they will put that into. They're not doing it for the Euros. They're not doing it for the Copa America. So they just boom, just put it where the Gold Cup normally play.
yeah. So so the host, LA, Seattle, those two venues, will be close to the West Coast. Cincinnati, Charlotte, Atlanta, Orlando,
Yeah,
Miami, DC, Philly, NY, and New Jersey. In those are the 12 hosts. The 12 host cities.
I
You
think the
understand?
num I can see the numbers for the Gold Cup is it's not gonna be too much.
Right. The majority of the teams in the Gold Cup, their stronghold is right on the border of the Pacific Northwest, by Seattle, drift come over, into Ohio, coming over Maryland, Washington, and all those places, coming over to New York, Atlanta, Miami, that section, New York, Philly. That's where most of these, the Costa Ricans, the Asians. I remember even the one of the play-in games within, I think it's Honduras and Costa Rica. It played in Dallas the same time when the Reggae Boy was playing that semi-final game in Arlington, Texas. Yeah, a lot of the fans, travel from the West Coast. It's not much. The stadium was packed. Yes, the stadium was packed, but what came out in the report, a lot of the fans for both teams travel from the central in the mid central, and also from the east coast, and coming up from Miami, Florida, went to that game in Dallas. Dallas and Florida is probably like a 2 hour flight from there, but if you just look at it, it's going to be really, really tough to market the World Cup when you have this big tournament in house.
Yeah,
But look, this is what I really want to get into. Before we go into that, the security, we saw it last time in the Copa America. The security with the clashes, even in the stadium. We saw Uruguayan player got banned. With the Colombian, we saw that thing outside the Colombia and Argentina game. Where they going to get the securities to cover these venues? Because as I said, Daniel, there will be 6 spots from CONMEBOL, which is South America, and 4 teams from this region, and you'll have 3 Mexican teams. That is 9 teams already that they're going to come all out. They are passionate about their club team. River Plate will be here, bro. River Plate is like Argentina. Is either River Plate or Boca Juniors. It doesn't matter. All Argentina will come, except Boca Juniors fans. You understand? The Mexican fans will be here, but I'm saying security issues. That has to be a measures that take security issues with these 2 tournaments.
yeah. I think being like a ball, I'm going like a ball. But yeah, I think I don't know. I don't know, man. Because end of the day, this tournament will goes on.
Mhm.
Like CONCACAF have to take some beating because
Yeah,
I think they are the one that allow the Club America.
yeah, yeah.
They're the one
Because
that's
if FIFA want to keep the club record here,
they have to have some
they,
agreement with
they
those.
have to have some agreement with Victor Montiagui, the president for
Yeah,
CONCACAF.
yeah,
So, and he agreed.
yeah,
So you're
yeah.
right
You
on
take
that.
you take the money. So these people are business people. They know say they know what they're doing. Say they have a plan
Yeah,
because it doesn't make any. We can only talk about it from outside, and
yeah.
we can actually see the problem before it happened.
Hmm.
But say they know what they're doing. I'm
Yeah.
hoping that they have a plan. They have a know what they're doing. But this is the problem that I have, and I see this gonna happen. There's gonna be a tug and war with players and club.
Yeah.
That's where the problem. I don't think they can do anything
Canada
about
have
that.
two players. Estakio from FC Porto. FC Porto will be at the Club World Cup.
I think that's where the problem is gonna comes in. It's gonna be a tug and war with players and clubs.
Yeah.
There's nothing. I think venue getting security. That's something they can easily just hire more people.
The Club World Cup will run deep into July.
Yeah, I think that's I think that's something. I think those are issues they can resolve as far as hire more people, you know, and stuff like that. But I think it's gonna be a problem with the players. And
Hey,
then the
it's
season start back in August. When is these players gonna get rest? When are they gonna get
um
holiday?
when is the next year Champions League final? End of May. That's a couple weeks before Club World Cup start.
It's like these money. It's like they literally turn football in a 9 to 5. The man them turn the football game in a 95 work. You play football right throughout the year. Some would
Yeah.
say you're getting millions. These players are getting millions. You know what I'm saying? They're getting because they're getting these are the highest level. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
we be seeing a lot of injuries. So many players get injured over the years. I remember used to watch football back in the days. Lampard, Gerrard, they don't never used to injury, so. They man
yeah,
used to on the these players used to be on the field every game. These
yeah.
days, there's so many players, one injury, they're out for the season.
You know, but what I let's get back to what we're talking about. There's going to be issues with the European players as well. You will hear about the length of travel time because it's not easy to travel in this country to play football. I remember when Steve Gerrard just came to MLS, Frank Lampard, they complain about it like, look, playing a game on the West Coast is 6, 7 hours traveling across the Pacific. It doesn't matter if you're traveling on private jet.
The only thing that makes sense, the clubs that gonna play that tournament, they can just basically use this tournament as their preseason. That's the only thing that makes sense.
But it will be competitive.
It will be competitive. It will, because you're gonna leave from a tournament, a very competitive tournament, and then go straight into the league.
Yeah. So that's the only advantage.
That's the only advantage. That's the
Mhm.
only thing that we can say about it. But
Yeah.
let's
What
say they have a plan. Let's say they have a plan.
Yeah, I think that's a key point right there. The
Yeah.
European club should use this as a preseason tournament, But what we want to get to in Europe, we saw multiple different countries host the tournament. And over there in the CAF in Africa, African Cup, we see multiple countries host, the tournaments. We saw, two countries join together to be a host. In the AFC, we saw different countries host the Asian Cup as well. What happened to the Gold Cup? Why is it the Gold Cup can't go to Canada, Mexico, or Costa Rica, or Panama?
I think there's a more easier access to America.
Oh, it's a continental cup.
But I think the for people, I think it's they're very easy to get in America, where they have this the Mexico, the Canada, they're probably a little bit harder when it
You
comes
know that
to.
last World Cup, South American fans have had access to get a visa to come here to watch Copa America.
But that's what I'm saying. I think it's very easy to get a visa to come to America. The
No,
American, go
I
ahead.
said, I said the South American fans like
Yeah.
Colombia and some of them Bolivian, they have it hard to get a visa to come here to watch the Copa America.
Mm. Well,
But I'm just
some would.
saying, sorry to cut you, but you have Canada. Canada have the Montreal Impact Stadium. They have BC Park, which is Vancouver.
Yeah.
You know, they I think they have two very good stadiums that play in the Canadian Soccer League that can add to it as well. Can play smaller games with Caribbean teams. They have the BMO Field, Toronto Field. and I think they have another field in Quebec. I think it is either in Quebec or some of there in Quebec or Alberta, But they have at least five stadiums that they can use. You
But I
understand?
don't think. But I don't think it's. I don't think it's just about the stadium, though. You have to look
Yeah,
at
but you
the.
have to give different people a chance, though.
No, but you have to look at the marketing thing in America. This it's more fashionable to come to America. There's more stuff to do.
Yeah,
There's
I
way
understand that.
there's a
Yes,
better
I understand
market.
that.
There's a better TV rights in America. There's so much
Yes,
better.
yes, I
It's
understand
easy.
that.
You get
But
what I'm
is
saying?
this but I continue. Sorry to cut this.
I
Continue.
think that's where the money gonna make for these tournaments. You get what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah,
Because if you think about it as well, you have every culture, every people from over the world living in America.
yeah, yeah,
Me a Jamaica play in here.
yeah.
We go watch the Jamaica game. Me a Costa Rica, I come from Costa Rica, but I live in America. We go watch Costa Rica play. You get what I'm
So
saying?
it's bilingual.
Yeah. So you don't have too much of the same, too much of different people in Canada, like what you have in America. You
Hmm.
get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it is have to have just put it in America and have everybody from all over the world is already living in America.
Hmm.
You get what I'm saying? So and TV rights, basically America have everything already. You get
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Hotel,
The
training,
hotel,
yeah, training camp,
everything. They have
bases.
so many things, so it's very more marketable for these organizations to make more money.
All
You
right.
know,
In 20, was it 2019 Jamaica played, and I think it was 2021 Jamaica when Jamaica played Honduras, or 2019. I don't remember. Someone on the stream can tell me, is it 2019 or 2021 when Jamaica beat Honduras in the national stadium in that World Cup game that we host for the first time? Just someone please refresh my mind and tell me which year it was. It was 2019 or it was 2021. But we played a World Cup in the national stadium already. But since the World Cup, the Club World Cup is here, why not grab that opportunity again to give? Okay, Mexico, get some game in Mexico. Mexico is the only, when 1986 come and they host that World Cup. Mexico is the only team in history to host two World Cups. Mexico have the pedigree, they have the stadium, but maybe they could say, okay, the security, but the money is there. They will get the TV rights package. So I'm saying, outside of the US, Mexico is the only team, and Mexico is the only nation in the CONCACAF region that's second to the US of the pedigree of stadiums, in terms of can host training camps, hotels, but maybe the security will be the big issue because we know that already, the drugs cartel and all of that in Mexico.
they're gonna be real right now. I'm not being disrespectful to love me Mexican them, but I feel way much safer go. I feel way much safer go watch a match in New York than go watch a match in Mexico. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm
Nah,
only
but
if I'm going to Mexico, I'm only going to on the hotels and the resorts. I am not going to Mexico to go watch a football match. I am sorry.
nah,
I
but
feel
nah,
way more safer to come to
but
America to go to a match, dog.
but for
Come on.
real though. No, but for real though. But is it they kind of drop the ball though to let some of these countries host some Gold Cup games for themselves? Like what
I
they did.
don't I
They have
don't
done it.
I don't blame nothing else than just these people who just trying to bring more games in the game, more tournaments that's unnecessary. I don't blame nobody. You get what
Yeah.
I'm saying? I blame the people who's trying to bring more games in the game, more tournament, more unnecessary tournament that doesn't need for. That's who I blame. I don't blame nothing.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? The Gold
Yeah.
Cup should be playing, and we should be talking about nothing else than just the Gold Cup or any
Yeah.
other international tournament. The international tournament now, otherwise than the African Cup that play in the January
Yeah.
section.
Yeah. Yeah. That.
International
But you
tournament, the
understand
world.
why African Cup have to play in January because it's
I
too hot.
understand that. I
It's too hot.
understand that. I
Yeah.
understand that. You get what I'm saying? And people the European been complaining about that all these years and it
Yeah.
never changed. Them
It
stick
never
to
change.
them, them
Yeah.
them stick to
Yeah.
it. You get what I'm
Yes.
saying?
They stick to
There's
what
them
they want. Yeah.
you get what I'm saying? So it's these FIFA organization bringing new football match, club football match in that it don't make no sense. You get me? So I don't blame nobody. You get me? I'm
Yeah,
I blame Conquer for accept that invitation to bring to America. Bring that go somewhere else, man. Where you bring
yo,
coming from?
bro. Me I blame Victor Montanari, the president, the
Yeah.
president, the Canadian slash Italian man. Look, I feel like him drop the ball. Canada, Mexico have host 3 World Cups now. Mexico have host multiple youth
So
tournaments.
somebody said from your somewhere Jamaica, you can go Mexico.
Nah, man, Mexico is a different place than Jamaica, man.
Go over
Jamaica,
there.
Jamaica, paradise in Mexico. That's my opinion. That's my Conrad Smith. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. I'm not criticizing, but I'm just saying my opinion. I think Mexico, Jamaicans really, some Jamaicans don't really want. Because look, put me there if you want. Me don't even want to get into that. You don't even own a child in Mexico in certain communities. You get what I say? You don't even own a child.
But the cartels are bigger than the government. You get what I'm saying? So
Bro, you don't even own a child in certain community in Mexico. You understand? So we don't really want to
yeah,
get there. You
yeah,
understand? But I mean, look at where we come from. You have Misty shop, run millions of dollars a year, that little corner shop, and Berry Road right there.
yeah.
Yeah?
And no,
Without
no,
with,
no, no cartel that come and talk
without
about
any.
yo.
Alright. You get what I'm saying? You have mechanic shop where have the cartel that come and say, yo, this I'm just saying, man, but I mean,
Yeah,
but look. Mexico hosts multiple youth tournaments in this for this region. They're going to host 3 World Cups. That's the most. That is the most in this region. Yeah. US going to go there second. Trinidad have hosted a women's, I think, under 17 tournament already in the era of the what's his name? Jack Warner days. Why Trinidad? That's why Trinidad have these very good stadiums right now. You understand? Because they have a much more infrastructure better than Jamaica. Costa Rica, a couple of years ago, they hosted the under 20 Women World Cup in their country,
yeah,
which it's supposed to play in 2020. It's supposed to be a joint host, between Panama and Costa Rica, but Panama pulled up because of the COVID and all of that. So I'm just saying, you have teams here that have giant stadiums that have the requirements already filled in terms of FIFA standards, CONCACAF standards. Costa Rica have a few very good stadiums over there, probably like 4 5. You understand? They have Saprissa, you have Alianza, they have Heredina. There's a few stadiums in Costa Rica that can host games, and they have the Estadio Nacional Stadium, their national stadium. Panama have like 2 to 3 good, very good stadiums that can at least play some games. And so I'm just saying, they kind of missed the ball. Probably just this. This is why I'm just saying this. If you don't test the water, you won't know anything what's really happening to the water. You understand?
mm.
Why not test the water and give, hey, Costa Rica, awesome games, Canada, awesome games, Jamaica, awesome games, Trinidad have 2 big stadiums down there. Trinidad have stadium down there. So just test the water. You don't know. You never know. You get what I'm saying? You never know. But I think this year will be a drop of big revenue for CONCACAF big boys. The FIFA Club World Cup will be here to take all the cash. I'm telling you that.
So you don't think that the FIFA have already paid off CONCACAF?
Victor Montiel allegedly get his pieces already. He can
You
get his
don't,
slice of cake.
we know these people that in power, they don't care. Once they get for them peace, they didn't care about, they think you care about Jamaica versus Grenada game now sold out. Do you think you care about that? You
Yeah.
don't care. You don't care.
So let me answer this. You would like to see a Jamaica be hosting a few more CONCACAF World Cup games, maybe like Trinidad, Costa Rica, Mexico, Canada. You would like to see some of
I
these
would like to
teams.
see, I would like to, of course I would like to see that. But are they gonna do that? Is it,
That's what I'm
it
saying. They have done it already. I think it was Costa Rica, they gave a game. They gave Jamaica a game. We play Honduras in the national stadium. You
Yeah,
understand? So they have done it. But I'm just saying, is this a better opportunity to expand on that a little bit more? To see, okay, if we even try to think about this in the near future, to say, hey, you're going to host the CONCACAF World Cup for this year. They know what to expect. So I'm just saying, this is the best time when the Club World Cup is here. Give a lot of these different countries revenue to make. You
yeah,
just never know. Yet, bro, Mexico hosting the World Cup, it will be a big thing for them. It will
yeah,
be a big thing. I can tell you that.
yeah,
Stadiums will be packed because when the Reggae Girls qualified for that 2019 World Cup, that championship tournament played in Mexico. Look at the venues. There's fans come to watch either Jamaica and Haiti on that day. That's what I'm saying. Different tournaments that played in Mexico, fans turn up. Mexico, the only thing they cherish in Mexico is religion, then football. That's it. Canada. If you give Canada to play some games at BMO, Vancouver Whitecap Stadium, Montreal, they will get packed house. So you will make revenue. Give Costa Rica some game and Panama some games to host as well. What if Panama and Costa Rica draw in the same zone? That is a rival game. That is a rival game right there. And it will be a little bit more easier to because you have different type of nationalities that live in Panama. Panama is a very, I'm saying, getting that stature right now. They're getting rich. So a lot of different nationalities live in Panama and Costa Rica. These two countries have a very good financial budget. That people going there to work that live in Central America, from
yeah.
El Salvador, Honduras. You understand? Guatemala, Nicaragua. You have people from those countries going there to work. The Panama Canal, it have a rich history of with the Jamaicans, moving back and forth. That's why you have so many players in that Panama team of Jamaican heritage. So I'm just saying, you just never know, Daniel. That's what I'm saying. You just never know. Give these different countries an opportunity. That's what I'm asking for. But because they do this, they will sink this 2025 FIFA Club World Cup will need to take their cash. And I'm sorry. I don't know if you want to expand on anything that I'm saying.
I think I don't think they care. It's plain and simple. I think the president already get in peace already. So end of the day, we
Yes, if
see
my Carrick get free one.
get P one. All of these organization, board, federation, them get for them peace. They don't care. They don't care.
Yeah, no,
We
no,
already see what football is going to. They don't care
yeah,
about the fans. They don't care about the players. Even the players, they don't care about.
no, but
Them only care about them pocket these days. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
look,
you know,
Conrad Smith I say, yo, the stadiums have to be good, the fields and bathroom have to be good, a lot
ah,
of Jamaican.
that's
But
true. That is very
no,
important
but
too.
Daniel, Mexican league is the best league in this region in terms of quality on the pitch. Infrastructure, they're good. They host 3 World Cups already. That's what I'm saying. Costa Rica have just host a U20 World Cup. Panama have very good stadium that they're supposed to be the giant host with that team, that nationality as well to host a World Cup. Canada have good infrastructure. So it's not an issue. So if you tell these people that look, you're going to host some games, you tell me that they can't spend some money to fix that, which they're going to make back. I don't know. Alright, so look at in this DNA and stage now, with potentially a Mason Greenwood going to get unleashed in a World Cup coming up in probably 7 months' time. You tell me that if Jamaica played 2 games down that at John Pack Arena, JFF make millions of dollars for just them 2 games alone, and tickets are go for like 3 grand,
But I don't think
for
Jamaica feel
everybody.
is that. I don't
Huh?
think Jamaica feel is that good though.
Them
They
can't
need to
fix it. They need to fix it.
Do you have trust that they're gonna fix it?
I don't know, but that's the next. That's a next thing. That's a
That's the
next thing.
thing.
I know the thing too. I have done a video on the Morning Insider, yeah, where I talk about different countries in this region. Honduras. Yes, you saw the stadium that we played on Honduras in Tessie. I mean, Tessie Gold Power one. You saw that
Yeah.
stadium?
Yeah, I saw
It's
it.
hybrid grass. Costa Rica upgrade them field. Them ready for the World Cup, which they call the
Yeah.
Copa, the Copa Mundial. Them ready to
Yeah.
host back World Cup qualifier games. Yeah, them upgrade themselves. They have done renovation on their stadium. Nicaragua, they have done renovation on that stadium in Monagua.
Yeah.
Costa Rica, these teams, the strongholds in Central America, they are upgrading their stadium. So I don't even want to talk about evil what is really going on with IPL, what they call it, independence, sitting in a park that run the that who control the national stadium, the facilities around that. They're not even doing nothing. But I'm just saying, yeah, you have at least two countries that's ready. No upgrade needed, no renovation needed. That can host Gold Cup games. And that can generate money for CONCACAF and generate money for that national team as well. So that's what I'm saying. They only cares about the US and Mexico national team.
That's
Because
all.
they don't have to place Mexico, Anywhere Mexico there, the fans will be there.
Right. Yep.
You
Yeah.
get what I'm saying? The fans will be there. So they don't really care about Mexico. They only care about, okay, where will we place this US team? Because we saw the image when we played them in the semifinal. It was an empty stadium in Texas. Empty stadium, big semifinal game. When them play when them play in think it was 2019 in Colorado when they beat I think Mexico in the semifinal and they went to the semifinal. They went to the final with Canada. I think it was Mexican fans in the stadium. It's only certain spots where you say probably like run a St. Louis, Seattle, and again because the man them said I'm gonna run off the East Coast. Mr. Infantino them, yeah, the Gold Cup easily could have get Portland Timber Stadium, Seattle Stadium. That is a stronghold of footballing culture. Yeah, that's a stronghold. Fans will go there. But when you're talking about bro traveling from the east go to the west, that's too deep, bro. That's like $400-600 and then you have to go pay for it. These bro hotels on the west coast are crazy, bro. It is crazy. So you're telling me, where looking at that Gold Cup, my family there, my two youth them there, my woman there, and me I say, yo, that summer, me need a summer break, bring me two youth them for go watch the Gold Cup. Bro, it's going to cost just to stay on the West Coast alone. It's very expensive. When they're talking about flying to Texas, to Las Vegas, to Phoenix, it's Arizona, it's going to cost, bro. And then to travel from Rona the TQ the two Aston, I think the 2Q arena to travel around back to Nevada. Bro, it's going to cost. You live on the West Coast, you know how it is to travel on the West Coast. And you can't drive. You can't drive. I'm sorry, it's too far. When you taking a trip driving to Cali from New York, how long you spent in Colorado? Around 3 to 4 hours driving in the mountains alone. So
Yep.
that's what I'm saying. It's going to cost the fans in. So look at the euro. Then look at you see the euro last summer. The last euro was in the summer. When they announced tickets that you can buy on the platform, the UEFA website at 12 months window you get can buy tickets to the
Hmm.
Euro in Germany.
Yeah.
FIFA Club World Cup next summer. Gold Cup next summer. I know you don't hear how much for tickets. Nothing not published. So what them think? People a cash cow run or something? So the fans them, bro, the fans them I got fans like us that want to go and especially this Gold Cup, we think that we have a massive chance can win this Gold Cup coming up. Yeah, that's why I want to be there. because I think Jamaica will do fantastic well in this World Cup coming up. So I want to be there, and I want to be there when history are created.
Yeah.
Look at it. We planning to go to the Gold Cup. What's going to be happen next summer? It's the World Cup, bro. It's going to cost thousands of US dollars alone for Airbnb, bro. So that's what I'm saying.
I don't you know, end of the day, we all know these organizations always look at the funds them the last. You get what I'm saying? Um, I think last year, when the Copa play last year or this year, this
The
summer,
Copa play this year.
or this summer they
Yeah.
didn't organize the stadium
No,
good at all neither. So
no, no,
I don't know.
no.
It's
It's too late.
previous. I
Announcements are
think
too late.
I think previous tournament was much better. You see a better come out. But I don't know. They it's like they're getting worse and worse. So I
Yeah,
don't know
yeah,
what's gonna
yeah.
happen. We're the US is gonna host the World Cup, one of the
Three
biggest
major
game.
World Cup, three
They
major
get
tournaments, three major tournaments in two
so
years.
they're getting a lot of beating when it comes, especially with the security and stuff like that. Tickets. I don't know, man.
FIFA already talking about, you can go on the ticket master and stuff like that,
Mhm.
you know, resale ticket. That's a big issue when it comes on to World Cup. That's a big issue. People go on Ticketmaster and these place platform and buy
Yeah,
tickets for $50 and then resell it back for like $200. That's a big issue. I have done it before. Yeah, I have done it before. When I was planning my trip, when I spent up, around 1,500 US dollars to go and watch that semi-final game in Texas, the game that I couldn't make it. I have to resell back my ticket. I bought one ticket to go to the US game, the semi-final, and then the third and fourth cost me like around $280, and I resell back those tickets for over 300 US dollars. So I am a culprit in that as well. Yeah, understand. But things like that though is just crazy. But congrats with over 12 hours drive. Look, yes, people drove over 12 hours to watch games already. But how can you do that consistently during a tournament? How you can do that during a tournament? How much money you have to for buy gas? It have to be a gang or no. That's what I'm saying, man. Going to these events now, Daniel, it's going to have to be you gang it up. You go in gang. You can't go solo. You have to go in gang because
yeah.
it will be a lot more cheaper. But I mean, let's talk about some EPL. Ipswich and Aston Villa. 2-2 draw. Aston Villa gave up that opportunity. To be right up there amongst the league leaders. Aston Villa came out a bit lazy. It seems like Ipswich at one point have more energy. Is that they kind of saving those legs for Wednesday game against Bayern Munich? What happened today? They don't those look that Bayern Munich that have that intensity.
I don't know. I think I think I think the games are catching up on this squad. I don't think they have enough players. I think he's catching up on them. I think he needs to give some players start the run from give the one around. We see what he can do. You get
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah,
Give some other players some run. That midfield with Tilliman and Onana, they be playing every game. Yeah, give rotate a little bit. You get what I'm saying? I think they're gonna run out of legs. You get what
yeah,
I'm saying? And
yeah,
they don't really have otherwise than Kamara and Tyron Mings, they don't really have too many players missing. I think
yeah,
this
yeah, yeah,
day
yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah,
it's
yeah.
just a very small squad. You get what I'm saying? But they come out sluggish, they can't see that first goal. That kid, Dilap.
They're yeah.
Is he on loan from Man City?
I think they splash a cash on him.
Especially cash on him, brilliant, brilliant, brilliant striker. And Aston Villa, they came back in the game, they dominate, and they just couldn't able to kill off the game, and they just keep Aston Villa in the game, and they come back and they, just look sluggish, tired. I'm saying they cannot. They cannot go in that game against Bayern Munich like that.
That yeah, that's true.
Is
Yeah,
they're gonna get put to the side.
yeah.
They will be put to the side. Una Emery have to tell you, you have to be up for it because they were very, very sluggish in that game. So, Leon Bailey, what was your thoughts on him? Because I think he was kind of play a little timid to me. I don't know.
Yeah, I had issue, not a grade two or a grade three hamstring, but I had like a strain, in like a tie strain, and coming back from an injury like that, it's like you always have it in the back of your mind that am I that explosive, should
Yeah,
I should I sprint, is that my legs, can really hold up to a quick turn sprint, run, drop your shoulder, like that, run behind, but I think he's getting in back to that rhythm. I think you see Leon Bailey is a player. Leon is a player that he strive on momentum. Him strive on when the space is really happy for him. And I think the injury didn't really do well for him. So that's why I think I always say that player like him to be at his best, he has to be playing consistently. The 50 plus games a season. I think it was a very average game. I think he kind of spin too much in the game. I think he couldn't go much down that byline trying to take on player 1v1. But again, it's that confidence, of being out for a couple games. You know, he just played just over an hour in the game against Wickham. He didn't feature in the game against Young Boys. This is his first start back, so I'm just expecting probably he's a bit trying working back himself, wanted to play against Bayern Munich, in Wednesday game. As we said on this show, he had 9 games against them and scored against them around 4 or 5 times. So I think Villa fans will be looking forward for that game, but they were thinking that maybe they could probably put out 60 to 70% and win that game. But
yeah,
this is the Premier League. This is a newly promoted team. This is a promoted team that you going at their home ground. They're still looking for that first win for over 2 decades in a Premier League game. So it's a whole heap of thing, factors around Leon Bailey why he didn't really play. But I'm not blaming him. I'm just saying,
no,
it's
no.
just an average game. He probably could have done a little bit more better. You understand?
Yeah. When he get the ball, he
But
lay off the ball very fast,
yeah,
and so
I'm so happy that big up yourself, Dan Dan. I'm so happy that he said that Villa missed Louise. Okay, Louise is not there. You think that Ross Barkley is probably a better player to play in that midfield position than Onana. I think Ross Barkley is more technically gifted, in that aspect of dealing with the ball.
yeah,
Um,
but you have to have the balance though with Onana and
yeah,
Tillsman. Tillsman is like basically the Ross Barkley, and then Onana is more like
mhm,
the players who's gonna clean up and keep the defensive intact. You get what I'm
yeah,
saying? So I think it's a like for like. If you're gonna have Ross Barkley in there, you're gonna have to take out Tillsman. I think if they're chasing the game, then
yeah.
it could have Tillsman and Barkley in there. But like to start that game, you have to have at least one defensive and then one more attacking. That's with the Tillsman. Or it's gonna be Tillsman and Barkley or Onana. It can't be two, but the balance is not there.
So how Pep Guardiola play Kovacic, Luis, and Gundogan in the midfield, and they
That's
don't
Pep.
look up.
That's Pep Guardiola. That's Pep Guardiola. Not
Yeah, pick up
not
yourself.
everybody,
Pick up
not
yourself. Best
everybody's
of
Pep.
sports.
Not everybody's Pep. Pep is a madman. He is a genius. Don't compare no with any other coach with Pep. He just do whatever he wants. You get what I'm saying? So that is Pep.
Pick up yourself, Francis. Yours. Respect for over here again. But yeah, dog. But I'm just looking at it, man. I think Dan, you're currently 100% right. I think they're missing a Douglas Louise,
Yeah,
someone that
I
is
think,
someone
yeah.
that can control the game deep and it can hello. I think Kamara. I think Kamara should get back as well. You think which one you think probably better fit, Kamara or Onana? 'Cause Kamara is a very good player as well. But
I
Onana is
mean,
probably Onana is a lot more explosive, than dribble. His strength, his height is a factor in that midfield as well.
I think I think the future, if I was Una Emer, I think the future would be Onana in the double in the pivot, and then you
Yeah,
have Tillensman and Kamara or Maggie with the two, and then you have the three forwards up front. But I think he likes to play with a double pivot, you
yeah,
know. So I think they're not gonna just splash almost 50 million on Onana just to bench him. You get what
yeah,
I'm saying? So
yeah.
he's still quality, but he's not really the type of player to keep the ball and move. He kind of a little bit slow on the ball and stuff like that. And he have started the season pretty good. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know.
You
See the
know what's the problem with Aston Villa this season?
yeah,
London say Villa move the ball a little bit slowly. The Scotland Messi is off form and is currently injured. John McGinn.
yeah,
John McGinn is that was that player last season. I mean, I'm just saying, I'm just saying out of the box, I'm just saying maybe they miss a John McGinn. But, people don't realize, John McGinn is a big factor for that Villa team,
yeah. He's a workhorse.
You get what I'm saying? And he don't want to spend a lot of time on the ball. And John McGinn, he can't move around. So you don't know, man. But I mean, looking for the game against Bayern Munich, Leon Bailey versus Alphonso Davies, CONCACAF Giants, two players arguably on the podium to be the best player in this region as well. This is a time Leon Bailey need to show CONCACAF that look, I am the better player. I am going to bring Alphonso Davies to his game. And this is a prime opportunity at
Yeah,
Villa Park. Do you understand?
yeah.
Against Bayern Munich, a team that is playing very good at the moment, probably Europe best team around at this moment, so all
Hmm.
eyes will be on this game. Bayern Munich need revenge of what happened in 1982 in that all UEFA Cup final when Villa beat them. So I'm just
Hmm.
saying, Bayern Munich will come aggressive, especially when they drop points at home to a Leverkusen team.
Hmm.
A Leverkusen team that always conceding goals. They have never conceded so many goals in a season since I think 2015, 2014, 2015 in the first 5 games of the season. So I'm just saying, man, it's going to be a very emotional game. First game back at Villa Park. So, I mean, Leon Bailey versus Alphonso Davies. How do you think that will turn out?
That should be a pretty battle. Alfonso Davis did have a very poor season last season,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he's basically was focused on his contract. I think
Mhm.
but he's being back himself this season. I taking all of Bayern Munich game them this
Yeah,
season. They are the real deal. For
yeah.
me, they are the
Vincent Company?
favorite. Yes, for me, Bayern Munich is the favorite for the Champions League this season. I am very much, pretty much sorry, kind of be Liam Bailey. They could create some problem, but my God, I could see they getting a wipe. If they think if Villa turn up, oh, I see they turn up against Everton and this season defensively, they're gonna get put to the sword. Bayern Munich is not playing this season. They have
Yeah,
been ruthless.
yeah,
Vincent Company have been shamed all this summer, talking about he's the fifth choice, he's the 10th choice. My
yeah.
God, he have I have never, not even Pep Guardiola, not even Pep team I have seen play this high intensity
but
press
but you sight at Burnley, but you just didn't have the quality of players like
quality and
this.
the players. I have never seen a team that have Bayern Leverkusen couldn't pass the half line.
That's true. That's
They couldn't. Bayern Leverkusen have been one of the best team
in Europe with the
in
pressing.
Europe, and
With the pressing.
they couldn't get on the ball. They couldn't even go over the half line. That goal they scored against Bayern Munich, it was one of
Yeah.
those one out of
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
nowhere.
yeah, yeah, yeah. One of those good
Well, no,
Andrews,
no.
Andrews score. Yeah,
If Aston Villa ever to get anything out of this game, I think they're gonna have to be defensively. They're gonna have to be on A game. They cannot
if
lose any
if
laps
Villa
in the backline.
if Villa going to get something from this game, this game proves us more and more that Leon Bailey is a key factor in this Villa team.
Yeah.
He trusted by his manager.
Hmm.
He must do something coming up on Wednesday. That's going to be a massive game for. That's what I'm saying. He cannot play. against Alphonso Davies timid because Alphonso is not a defender that's going to sit back. He's going to attack.
Yeah.
You know,
But
so
one thing they will get opportunity because Bayern Munich they play very high. They play a very high line, so the opportunity will come on the break. You get what I'm saying?
yeah,
But they just have to take their chances. But I think it's gonna be a very difficult game. Hopefully, Bailey can have one. You know.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You know, you see, over the years at his spell at Leverkusen,
Hmm.
he always jump up in these games. You know, when with Bayern, when especially when Leverkusen is their back against the wall. You know, he always have this trump card against Bayern. You know, so I think Bayern is the team I think he have scored the most against when it comes down to the top teams in Germany. You understand?
Yeah.
Dortmund, Dortmund, Leipzig. I think it was Frankfurt at the time. But I mean, looking at it though, Bayern have some really good, some tough games that they're looking over their shoulder. On the weekend, they played Leverkusen. Yeah, I think I have something here. So on the weekend, Bayern play Leverkusen, they're going to play Frankfurt, after this game, then international break, and then they will play after the international break, they will play Stuttgart and then they will travel to Barcelona. So, they will be looking over their shoulder as well. So they don't really want to lose against Aston Villa because that will put them in a hole where the next Champions League game will be against Bayern Munich. So and they want to get a 3 points really quick because on the weekend it's against Frankfurt. That's 13 points on the top for Bayern and 12 points for Frankfurt. So if Frankfurt win that game in Frankfurt, Frankfurt will be on top of the table in after the international break. So they don't want to lose it. So they will be looking over their shoulder as well. They have that a couple of distractions, but as I said, man, Bayern is the top team in Europe this in this competition, and they will look to prove something at Villa Park coming up on Wednesday. But key battle, people, we are looking for Leon Bailey versus Alfonso Davis. This is one of the elite competition our head-to-head that we are going to see in the champion league when it comes down to CONCACAF big boys. You understand? So anything else you want to say around that game before I move on?
Just don't, just don't get that night love. Just do not get any nine. Jesus Christ, they dropped nine. And
So the
factor.
man even lead 3-2, 3 love at the time, and then Dynamo Zagreb come back and score 2 go 3-2, and then the man say, hey, hold on, mama ask you this. Is it that only is the difference Crystal Palace can't win a game? Bayern
Yeah,
Munich, all of a sudden, they just seems like they just found that new iron Robin left foot that can go down that right side. You see, I think Olise is a big step up when you look at Gnabry, Coleman over the years. They always looking for that next iron Robin, and it seems that they found the next iron Robin. Not saying he is better than Iron Robin, but that left foot, that look at cultured left foot.
I think I'm gonna give the credit to Vincent Company.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give him big credit. He have that elite leadership. Even when he was playing, you could see that
yeah,
he was that leader. You get
yeah,
what I'm saying? I think he's that force on the touchline. He's that modern day coach that have that different philosophy, different ideas. You get what I'm saying?
yeah.
All I say, brilliant player. Chelsea almost got him,
So you
but
think, as what Dan said, you think they need a winger like that to balance the team, as what Dan said, probably need an next winger to be that X factor.
Yes, because Leroy Sané have been very
No, I'm
disappointed.
saying
Yeah,
he said Villa need a next X factor winger like Leon Bailey. So you think Oli say a man like him, Unai Emery should be go there to try and get something like that X factor?
but Aston Villa doesn't really play a wing ball though.
That's what I'm. That's and Unai Emery
As
when he's at Sevilla, Villarreal, I know at Villa, he played narrow 4-4-2s
yeah,
with.
he doesn't really play wingers. I think Bailey is just naturally a winger, and he just always go wide
Mhm.
and be wide. I think the way of Una Emery set up him team, him play that tactical session where barely get wide. You get what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah,
But I
yeah.
don't think
Yeah,
it's
he's that one I provide with.
yeah. but I don't think he's set up wide. Is his fullback that bum forward? Um, what's his name? That left back that used to play for Everton. What's his name?
DNA, DNA,
DNA and the
Ballard,
right back.
Matson,
Yeah, I don't think.
Cash.
Yeah, I don't think he play with wingers. So that's why I think I was
Hey,
surprised they let Diaby left.
yeah,
He doesn't really play with wingers. He
yeah,
doesn't.
yeah.
So yeah, I don't think he care about wingers. I think
I
he
remember,
like midfielders.
I remember when he was at Villarreal, the man have Capu a play right midfield.
Yeah, he played that very narrow,
Very
very
nice,
narrow.
very nice.
So yeah.
But yeah, but all he said though is that he was saying something about that winger. Is that he's saying about something about him.
No, he's class. He's class. He's class. He's getting there. He have a long way to go, but he's class. Bayern Munich have been missing for
That culture of left
that.
foot.
Yes, Robin.
Yeah,
Harry Kane have been different this season as well. Him look like him old Tottenham self as well.
yeah, yeah.
Him look hungry.
Musiala, Musiala,
Musiala,
he's a beast in the midfield.
Kimmich have looked a different player as well this
Yeah,
season.
yeah. I
Kimmich look
think
have been a very
I
different
think the
player.
team. I think Vincent just gave the team a more control.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, it's going to be a big game. But the game that what I want to talk about, Daniel. The West Ham game at Brentford. Mikel Antonio has been used as a scapegoat as West Ham fans. Every time when there is an issue, it's always Mikel Antonio. Why is that the Reggae Boy International is that player that they always try to call out? I have seen it on websites, that covered, the Hammers, the different, the major YouTubers them that cover the Hammers as well.
Hmm.
Mikel Antonio is not the only player that is underperforming for Aston Villa. Remember when not Aston Villa, West Ham. Remember when West Ham win the Conference League? Mikel Antonio have scored in all the games lead up to except the final. He have scored in all the games. If he doesn't score in the first leg, he scored in the second leg, right up to the semi-final.
Hmm.
He single-handed won them that Conference League. Yeah, but I'm just saying he's not the only bad thing in that West Ham team. It's a bunch of them. Jared Bowen, double figures last season. 1 goal, 1 assist. Paqueta, 1 goal, no assist. Kudus, 0 goal, 0 assist. Mikel Antonio, he was pivotal to that goal that Soucek scored to get the equalizer. Brentford, the first team in the Premier League history to score 3 consecutive goals in the first minute of play. I mean, but that's crazy as well. Still no one inside the score sheet but Wissa and Mboy. it's
Man,
like
them,
it's a, it's
man,
like
them,
it's a.
man, them say Bobo come like Bobo come like all nine Ronaldo
Bruh,
R9 Ronaldo when right before the whistle blow, Bobo just man just onto the ball. This
bruh,
player is
bruh. This
he
guy
is
is ridiculous.
they're gonna do a drug test on him. They're really gonna do a drug test on him. Him and Wissa, they're too fit. They are fit.
The African gene, man. Congo and Cameroon, the African gene. But I'm just saying, man. Even Pinnock, I think should have get a penalty in that game as well. He
Yeah.
got dragged down in the box. But I mean, but expand on that, Mikel Antonio, he has been used as the scapegoat. Oh, he passed his best. Oh, he's 34. Oh, even one
Because
comment,
he's been there, he's been there a long
bro.
time. I think
One
he need a
comment.
new.
Hold on. I forgot to screenshot it, But I went all the way deep on one of these Instagram pages that they cover the West Ham team.
Yeah.
One fans have said he needs to go back to play for the Reggae Boys with these BS performances. I'm like, really, bro? It is that bad? See, I know the man is going through a little crisis, but it
In,
can't be. He's not the only player this season bad for West Ham United. Trust me, it's coming from the manager. It's coming from the owners to know that look, this was a David Moyes team that really stepped up to play on the counter. No, Lopetegui trying to bring in the Spanish type of play, and it's just not going to work in one season. Mikel Antonio cannot play in a Lopetegui system. That's not him. He has to play in a system like Sean Dice, Big Sam, David Moyes, managers
yeah.
like that. But why do you think he has been using as a scapegoat for every single bad performance this West Ham team have made from the start until now, when he was the hero a couple seasons back?
Because he's the target. Why would you criticize new players? As a fan, as a fan, you are more patient and time for new players. Players that's just signed, players that you were very excited to get in the club, right? So
Yeah,
you're not going to criticize those players. But you see, the man who have been there all these years, yeah, say, yo, him could have not even do nothing. But just because him there for a long time, I say, you know what? You know, so Antonio, him need to go on to, because him been there for such a long time now. You get what I'm saying? He is he is the experienced player. So he's a very easy target to blame. Just like what are going on at United. Everybody gonna blame Rashford. You're not gonna blame Zersky. You're not gonna blame Ahmad. You're not gonna blame them new players. You're gonna blame the players that is been there. You get what I'm saying? And Antonio, I don't care what nobody wanna say. He is their talisman. You get what I'm
yeah.
saying? Doesn't I don't care about Bowen do. Antona is their talisman. You get what I'm saying? He been there. He's been doing it. He's a proven Premier League goal scorer. And he just coming, he just have a wrong part of his career right now. And he's the football. I don't think the football suit him
It
that
doesn't suit him. That's what
it
I'm
doesn't
saying. It
suit him.
doesn't suit him.
It
The
doesn't
hold
suit
up
him.
play, the slow, the build up. It doesn't. David Moyes teams used to take like 3, 4 touches, boom,
And boom.
in the
Yeah.
box,
It
more
doesn't suit
direct
him.
play.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
It doesn't suit
you
him at
have to
all.
blame the owners to bring in a manager like this that it just didn't suit these players.
Yeah.
Jared Bowen as well. This is not his game. When
Yeah.
he was at All City, he was this player that on the counter, quick, direct.
Couple weeks ago when Chelsea went there, I was very confident that we were gonna beat them. You see, if I was
As it was
David,
so easy.
you see, if I was David Moyes, but I said, Jesus Christ, how we gonna break down this team? Because me know say you don't have the 10 man behind the ball, or one counter attack, or corner, or long ball. You get what I'm saying? But because of this coach want to play this nonsense tiki taka football, and you do not have the players, I was very confident Chelsea are gonna beat them. Trying to play out from the back and all these things, you're gonna make mistakes. You get what I'm saying? So I think Antonio should have make a move. I think he should have make a move.
I think he was trying to prove something.
Prove what? He already proved
This is his
you
10th season, I think, or his
that
ninth.
you mean a 10 you have your proofs that you a veteran in the league. There's nothing else to prove. You should have go to Wolves. Wolves need a striker.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
You should have moved. I
Wolves is
think
more
it
a direct play. I think if Wolves have
yes.
a Mikel
Yeah.
Antonio, they would have been a more prolific team at this moment.
I think any if Antonio become available on the market, clubs will come for him. He is a good
Yeah,
veteran in the league
yeah, yeah.
with proven goal scoring
Yeah, yeah.
attributes, you know? So
I think Southampton, a team that played very quick, intense football, Wolves. I think one of those teams will grab a Mikel Antonio any day, any time.
even at Brentford, I think Brentford would have suited him
Bradford,
so
yeah.
good.
Yeah,
Brentford
yeah.
would have suited him so
But
good.
I think the Brentford model of how they buy players, they're not going to buy.
Right,
They
too
more go,
old.
yeah, their model. But I mean, the style of play suit him, but
Yeah,
the model of all the transfer players
yeah.
is just not going to work. But I mean, who when you said David Moyes, if he was at West Ham, Chelsea have only beat David Moyes one time when they travel away to West Ham. Once.
But then again, if I was Antonio, this coach might be a through the door. So
Hey, you remember the interview that he's done talking about the mental health? I know every time when new coach come in, they always picking on, oh, he's the first one through the door. And he
yeah.
always said, hey, look, I know that, look, these managers, they won't last forever. I will be here, but they will not. You understand? So give Lopetegui probably the November window.
Lopetegui,
Give him like the
Lopetegui,
November window.
yeah, Lopetegui have not he really have done anything at Wolves. I don't know
Nothing.
why I don't know why they keep going for this coach. Why you keep on getting these jobs? I don't think he's that good. I
You
really
know,
don't think
AC,
he's that good.
AC Milan running left him.
Eh?
Yeah, AC Milan said, no, 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 no. Him manager who control him agent, offer him service to AC, and him said no, no. We're going to Fonseca. We ain't taking Lopetegui. No, no, no. Yeah. But I mean, I don't know, man. But West Ham have scored 6 goals after the season so far. 6 goals and consider around 10. They're not good on the set piece. West Ham is one of those teams that what Arsenal is doing now, set piece, they are the set piece king as well. Why they sold James Ward-Prowse, that's the thing I'm saying. I mean, Guido, Rodriguez, is he better than Alvarez? Was he needed when he have a Sui check? He was trying to bring that balance of that player that who understand the
I
culture of a
don't think.
span.
I don't
He's
think.
too slow. He's too slow for the Premier League.
I should have went to Italy or stay in
Yeah,
in,
he's
in,
too.
in Spain.
I'm sorry, but he's too slow.
No,
But it's Lopetegui player. He wanted that player, because he want to play a certain style of way. Will this work at West Ham? I don't
I
think
don't think.
so.
I
I
don't
don't
think
think
so.
so.
No.
Vincent Company couldn't do that tiki taka thing at Burnley. Burnley have cultured for 9 seasons
You
under Sean
have
Dice.
you have to have the quality players to do those type of football. Even Rodri at City make mistake a lot, and he's
Yeah,
Rodri is world class. You
yeah,
have to have the players to do it. If you don't have the players to do it, you're gonna make a lot of mistakes.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
But we're gonna wrap up in around 5 to 10 minutes. But we just want to get through, you know, Chelsea and United, man. I think the ag out after the international break. Let the ag through the gate. Hey, it's serious, bro. Big Ange though, the man come a manu and stay and come overnight and pull up a manu in the evening and drip up tenor and box him up and take him cheap. And brother, the easiest way at this moment to beat a United team is to come at Old Trafford, play intensity, play aggressive, yeah, fight for every second ball. Every team have come to United so far have done that. And once they done that, they came successful with a very good positive results. FC 20, look at what they did. Moments in the game. They play a lot of intensity. They backed off of the ball many times, but when they get an opportunity, they play aggressive. They hit United in their weakest spots. They run right through the midfield like a hot knife through butter. You understand? So I'm just saying, back in Fergie days, these stuff that teams coming to Old Trafford using as their weapon to beat United. United players used to do the bare minimum, which is work hard, press the opponent, play with intensity, play with pace. And no teams are doing that. I think I have something. I don't know if I got it, but so yeah, so I got it. So for Manchester United managers, over the last 5 managers, Eric Ten Hag, have lost 4 games at home out of 41 that he conceded 3+ goals. Sir Alex Ferguson, 4 games he have lost at Old Trafford, over 500 games. Yeah? He have lost 4 times with 3+ goals at home. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer twice. Yeah? Ole Gunnar and David Moyes 2 times. And Jose Mourinho, only 1 time Jose have lost at Old Trafford with 3 or more goals. So I'm saying this brother here never played have 50 home games in and he conceded 3 or more times over 4 times losing a game, brother. Look at
you
the
know what?
midfield. Bro, the United don't have any control, bro. There's no control around the squad.
When we have been friends all these years, and you have been you have been United fans, right? I have been Chelsea fans, right? Remember them early morning, they used to wake up and watch United play and Chelsea play. Can you imagine me come down here, yeah, one day and say, yo, I'm gonna say, yo, I never get to watch a game, and I sit them and say, yo, United and Liverpool play. And I sit them and say, Liverpool 7, United nil. Would you ever believe that, say, yo, in 2024, we have a coach that's still managing at Manchester United, one of the biggest clubs in the world, biggest club in England, turn up at Anfield and get 7-0, 7-0 to one of their biggest rival. And to this day, this brother is still in our job. and get battered by our biggest rival early in the season. Again, finishing at one of the worst positions of United coach, of any other coach. Under Social era was a banter. Under David Moyes era was a banter. Jose did okay. Under Ralph Rangnick was a banter. And this guy is still in a job. What else there to say?
You know,
He needs,
you know, he
there's
knows.
nothing else to do.
The man said, "Oh, I have won 2 cup trophies." That's what he said. I have won 2 cup trophies. But
We live in our
but
modern days.
yeah,
Nobody
yeah,
value FA Cup and quarterback
yeah,
cup anymore.
yeah, yeah,
Champions League
yeah,
is more important than those
yeah,
things.
yeah,
What
yeah,
is
yeah,
he
yeah.
talking about?
Yeah, he have been there for 3 seasons now. For Maresca have coached Chelsea what just around 8 games in our
What is
competition.
Manchester United style of play?
I don't know. I don't know. I could see what Maresca is trying to do. Just 6 Premier League games already. You could see what he's trying to do with Chelsea. Big Ange from the moment he came in, you know what he's going to do. Is it that you prefer a coach that more naive of his philosophy than someone that don't have any direction?
Of
Because
course.
Big Ant, as much as we talk about him, as much as we talk about Big Ant, I know he naive, I know he played one style. He have understanding of how he want
I
to play.
respect that. I don't agree with it. I don't agree with Ange.
Slap, yeah,
Because
someone just said slap. Can't be that you
I
could understand.
I don't agree with Ange philosophy because I feel like you should be able to be flexible. I think if
No,
you
but I'm
turn up,
saying that you prefer a coach at least
yeah,
be
yes,
naive of what you want to do than someone
yes,
that don't have a direction.
yes, yes. I don't think United players have any direction from Tengan. I think he just
Oh,
send
he
the
has improved. He haven't improved.
no,
Rashford have scored 30 plus goals for one
but he
season.
fall off. But we see. I don't think he did nothing to Rashford. We see that Rashford is a confident player. We
Yeah.
see Rashford being good before. So I don't
Yes.
think he did nothing to Rashford.
Yes.
The only thing he have done that good, which is bringing Menu
And I think
and
that
Garnacho.
Rashford performance came off the back of he playing good as a cameo player in the World Cup for England, coming back feeling good, fit and ready again.
Some will say playing for the contract. Because since he signed
And
that
then
contract,
some will say playing for the contract as well.
he haven't did anything since he signed that contract. So I don't know, man. There's nothing else to say on Tenga. But as a Chelsea fan, keep him all in the
Look, I think I think if Tenag stay in this job for the next season, I think he will tarnish Kobe Manu reputation and how this kid is. Kobe Manu is such a brilliant player. Manuel Ugarte is a brilliant player. How he can organize the midfield?
My one question to you. I was talking to my United friend as well. Is Manchester United too big to be relegated?
Uh when you talk about big, Juventus have got relegated because of Marseille has got relegated. And you're talking about
Leeds, Leeds United is a
Leeds. And when you talk, I mean,
Newcastle have got relegated.
I mean, I
Is
think,
is the team that bad? Because we're hearing that United have financial reason why they can't sack him. They
I
have to
think,
pay him off.
I think United. I don't think they will ever get relegated. Because of the
Never
power of the.
say never. Never say never.
I mean, the money that they owe. They're still ranking the top three. When it
But
comes
that's
on
not
to
the
revenue.
problem. The squad, the team is not performing. If you're not getting results on the field, you will fall behind.
This team that he started, yeah, is probably arguably the best squad that he could have put out there. Probably swap Zerski for Rasmus
Oh no.
Holland.
Yeah.
You understand? This is an is it Mozuari or Dalot? I think they're two of the best fullback at the club at the moment.
Yeah.
Either I think
Yeah.
both two.
This is the
Look,
best team. There's not else kid.
yeah, yeah. These are his players. He brought in Mazuri, Dilic, Onana,
Mm-hmm.
uh, Zerski. That's 4 players. Lisandro Martinez. That's 5 players already that start in this game. He brought you Kobe Menu. That's over 50% of the players that started. He control and use, and who we have
Yeah.
brought up through the system, and who we have brought in a transfer market.
Yeah.
So things should be working. You should at least see a signs of direction, something, bro. Look, here, Kieran McKenna for Ipswich. He have brought in over 10 players in the transfer market. You understand what Ipswich want to do? They wait until you get in probably slightly over the in their defensive third, then they press you. They always want to attack you through their one of their players that play behind the number nine, which is Omari Hutchinson at times. You have to have the understanding. They always have that one player on that right hand side that will give them the outlet that when they win the ball need to go out, shift wide right, quick as possible. You're watching Ipswich, you can see United, I don't know. Everyone is just disorganized. The team is not functioning well. The players seems like no one is happy at this moment.
Yeah.
Zersky and Thiago Motta arguably the best player in Serie A last season.
Do you think United's too much of a big step for Zersky?
Um, yeah, I think probably it was a little
I
bit
don't I
too.
don't
I,
think
I think it was a little bit too soon. But
I
if
don't
you
think I don't think he should be starting for United. I think
that,
he
all
should be
right,
coming on.
that's the thing. Over the years, United have always have a power striker. Look at it.
Yeah.
When Alex Ferguson lost that Premier League against City, I think like when they were on the same points, who he went for? Robin van Persie. Like, hey, come on, we need him. You want to win a Premier League? Come. That's an established striker in the Premier League. United have Rasmus Højlund, a player that barely played 50 games, first team game before he came to United. Barely played 50 first team games. You understand? At a highest level. He only had one good season at Atalanta under Gasparini. Zersky, only one good season under Thiago Motta that season. Bounce around and loans and loans. He gets shipped out from Bayern Munich. He wasn't ready. Who else is there as a striker? Rashford. Rashford don't really want to play striker, which I think that's his best position if he's playing in a good system. Because his pace, his timing for running off the ball, it's second to none. He can just spin, his quick spin move. I think he's a perfect number nine. But when you look at United, we don't have an established striker. Over the years, you have been always have this established striker. Is either Dimitrov, Berbatov. Do you understand? We always have that established striker. Ruud van der Sar, they go for Cantona. We have Tevez, we have Luis Saha, we have Diego Forlan. We have so many players. We have the whited guy, I think. Is it Eric Larson, something like that? I don't remember, but you have always have this established striker in the system. The
Yeah.
Cole, the Dwight, yeah, the Cole, the Solskjaer, the Teddy Sheringham. These players, you understand? These players, bro, they always have these established strikers.
Yeah.
No, it's kids. It's kids. Who will these players look up to? You have always hear the past players and talk about, look, we have a Rai Keane, we have the Neville, we have the Gaffer. We have players that we look up to as a young player that when we coming through, these players showing and leading by example in the dressing room. Now, when you look at
It,
Moresca, all
yeah.
these players that got left out, training on their own, arguably no, you don't hear anything about them because Chelsea is winning. Chelsea is going to the right direction. Someone said, Huge and Cantona. So yeah, what are you going to say?
I think it's not come back down to recruitment because
Yeah, these young players they are they are not bad, but they need Rasmus
they need
Højlund,
guidance. They need
And
guidance.
Zersky. Their body is not developed as yet to go 50 plus games. They can't. Remember one time United have Ronaldo, Rooney, Tevez.
I think United dropped the ball. That summer when Hurricane that went to Bayern Munich, they should have got Hurricane that summer.
Exactly. Harry Kane would be the perfect example for to be that number nine. These young players, their body, the Garnacho, their body not fully developed as yet to go 50 plus games. Look at what happened in over Barcelona. Pedri, these players, Gavi. What happened? Barcelona
Hmm.
tried to play them too much and it just couldn't happen because their body is still young. You have to take your time, integrating these youngsters into the system and into the team. You see what they're trying to they learn their lesson now with Yabel. They're trying to balance his minutes He haven't played much 90 minutes, since he came back from the Euros. So they have learned now. But it is what it is, and it's going to. I'm going through what Liverpool, Chelsea, the Arsenal fans, have been going through, But it's a whole different thing around United. But over the years since Sir Alex Ferguson left, the recruitment been good, haven't been
At
good,
all.
and haven't been good. So yeah.
Yeah.
Did we leave out any other big games before we go? The Liverpool game, coming from behind. You see Wolverhampton going down. I don't think will go down.
No, no, no. I think Wolves will be good. I think Wolves have some. They have played almost all the top teams already. They
Yeah.
play Chelsea. They
Yeah,
play
yeah, yeah.
Liverpool.
They
Yeah,
have a tough opening 10 fixtures.
yeah,
So it's after international break will give Gary O'Neill. If he
yeah.
can't get it right after the international break until Christmas, then he has to go. I
I
think he
think
has
I,
to go.
I think I think they'll be all right. It's
Yeah,
it's it's unfortunate for them just get all of the better teams them in the first fixtures. That's very unfortunate. But I think they'll be all right. They'll be playing good, but they just can't finish their meal. But I think
yeah,
they'll be all right. I think they'll be good. Yeah.
yeah. The game Manchester City. But I think we forgot that game. City versus Newcastle. I was watching the game, and so when City scored, I remember you. You have always said it doesn't matter what period of the game City is going through. They're just going to get that goal and just change the whole complex of the game. And that's what happened. I think Newcastle have dropped the ball in the first 30 minutes. They should have at least get 2 goals in that game. Especially when you have reason why I said that when you have a Joelinton and Gimme Orange, Bruno, and who else was in the midfield? Oh my god. Who else and a Tonali. And
Mm.
then City have Kovacic, um
Good
that's
again.
it. Gundogan and Luis and that's his name. Rico
Oh,
Lewis. Rico
Rico
Lewis.
Lewis. Rico Lewis. Yeah.
Eddie O should have at least
That's a
over with
thi-
like
look at this is better than that midfield. If you go on paper,
the power and strength that Newcastle could have bring to that midfield. I think that's where Newcastle could have win the game when
but
you have
that's
no when
but
you have no De Bruyne and no
yeah.
Roger in the midfield.
But that's the thing when you come up against a team that is the better team, you kind of respect them a little bit. But I think they dropped the ball. They shall look at the players they was playing against, not look at the badge. Because I think they were more free of the badge, free of Haaland behind them. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
They
yeah,
wasn't looking at the players.
yeah,
Gundogan is not the Gundogan that 2 years ago. I think
yeah.
Gundogan is wash. I think he's wash. And Kovacic,
But he
bro,
doesn't look that because he's in a good system.
he doesn't look like. But did you see the goal he's missing?
Yes,
If
I
that
saw.
was the
Yes,
Gundogan was
yes,
2 years
yes.
ago, he would have been putting those goals away. But
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not the same. It's not the same Gundogan. Kovacic can do a job, but he's not Rodri. You get
yeah.
what I'm saying? And
Yeah, I
Rico
don't think
Lewis,
I don't think Kovacic can do it throughout the season at number
no,
6 position.
no, no, I don't think so. I
I think
think
John
if
Stones would be the perfect fit in that number 6 position.
but he can't stay fit. That's the thing
Should
with
they
John
call
Stones.
back? Should they call back Calvin Phillips?
Yeah, man. Can you imagine Calvin finish in that midfield against Arsenal? Arsenal have beat City. Hell no.
R say Eddie O or Eric Ten Hag. I say Eddie O.
What you say?
He said Eric Ten Hag or Eddie O.
Eddie
Yeah,
O.
I think
Eddie
Eddie O.
O.
I think Eddie O. I think if Eddie O have this United team would probably be a lot better.
Yeah, of course. Eddie O goes through a worse injury crisis now in United. Remember last
Yes,
season? Newcastle go through
yes,
a worse injury crisis.
yes,
And he's
yes,
still able to finish where he finished. You get
yes.
me? And they do an okay job in the Champions League. So, I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, I think Newcastle dropped the ball in that game. So lucky they got that goal. They got that goal could have equalized, but big points missed for City as well. But I mean, big points gain, for Newcastle. But Newcastle have two striker, Callum Wilson and Isak. They just can't stay fit. What's the- they just, they just can't stay fit, bro. They just
At,
cannot stay
at,
fit.
at this point, I mean, Isaac is a little bit younger, so he have a lot of time. He have a lot more times on his hand. Callum Wilson. Get rid of this brother. Yeah. This
What what
even
what
though
what you will say about Brentford have linked with Callum Wilson?
why would he sign Callum Wilson? He can't stay fit. He doesn't. He's a good striker when he's fit, but he can't stay fit. Why would you strike? Why would you sign a striker that can't stay fit? He have a bad injury record. I wouldn't sign him.
I mean,
It's a huge risk.
all right. So last point, then we close out. Wolves, Southampton, Crystal Palace, Leicester, Everton, Ipswich. Who will go down?
Southampton is going
Leicester,
down.
Crystal, Southampton, Wolves haven't won a game as yet.
Leicester City is going down. I don't think they have enough. I don't think they have enough. Leicester City will go down. And who else? Southampton, Leicester City. Uh, I like Ipswich.
Yeah, I like Ipswich.
I like
I like
Ipswich.
Ipswich.
Um, I
West
think
Ham.
so.
West Ham was there last season.
Mm,
West Ham was
mm.
there last season. They were there last season, but I think the power of the squad that they have, they just overcame that early. But I see
Mm.
Southampton. Leicester is in problem with
What
Steve
about
Cooper.
Crystal Palace? Crystal Palace have been bad this season.
Yeah, Crystal Palace. No Mateta. Oh my God. A man that scored I think 15 goals in his last 20 games for Glasgow. He has that Erling Haaland record, with this new coach, the back end of last season till now. So I don't know, something wrong with Newcastle, Crystal Palace. Just can't be
Crystal
that
Palace,
bad.
Crystal Palace haven't won a game this season.
That's what I said. Four teams: Leicester, Wolves, Southampton, and Crystal Palace haven't won a game. You know, Everton came out after no, and Ipswich. Ipswich haven't won a game as well.
Yeah.
Ipswich have drawn, what, 4 games on the bounce. But
But
look,
Crystal Palace have a good team though. But I'm wondering if they're gonna click. Because they only lost one player and they can't
you
win
know
a
what
game.
I you know what I really want to ask? Ipswich have signed some players. They have signed, I think, between 10 and 12 players, right? And only one player out of that bunch, it was Kajusti coming from Napoli, who don't have some form of EFL, League One, League Two, EFL Championship experience. Is that a bad strategy? Because he have said something about that in the press conference as well. Kieran McKinnon, signing quality players that can bring him up back into the Premier League. Is that something negative around the team that you're building something to say, okay, if I get down, I have quality players that can bring me back up?
Um,
Because he have every player that he has signed except one, the one that he signed, is on loan. He's on loan. Cajusti from Napoli. Every other else player
it
in the
could be
in the
it could
last five in the
yeah.
last 5 seasons,
Hmm.
one of all of those players have some experience in the championship.
It could be. I think if Chiefs do go down, I don't think they should watch no face. Because
Luton Town. Luton Town, look at that. Who would expect Luton Town would be that bad? Your boy, save them against a Rooney team Friday gone against Plymouth Albion. Probably one of the worst team in championship this season. And Victor Moses, scored to bring the game 2-1, but they just couldn't contain the energy. And
is it gonna be
and
one of
Amar
those
and
is
Amari
it
Ben have injured again. It's sad, man.
is it gonna be one of those teams that come in the league and then just start go back down, go back down, go back down?
Luton
What do you
Town.
think?
I don't know. There is something in the air at Luton Town, and I think I should get my brethren, Kyle, Tyler, and the channel is a big Luton Town. I should get to that. What is really going on? With Amari, but he cannot stay fit anymore. This hamstring injured a muscle.
How old is he?
American is like 28, 20 something, close to our age, around that. But I'm just saying, man, Ipswich don't want to be at Luton Town, because I remember Luton Town didn't really buy much players, to like high standard.
But they don't really concede though, and they don't really lose too much games.
All
They're a
right,
little bit more pragmatic though.
the game that they played today against Aston Villa, you see that is a good team. You see that there's a team is there, but they need at least like 2 to 3 more
Yeah.
established Premier League player that can say, okay, make that last. that last push to get on the end of things. You understand? Yeah, I think they still have that inexperience. But yeah, Daniel, we have to run off right now. And
Mm-hmm.
the game is about to start back the second half, and I need to go watch that because the team did I not one love. I mean, I know what is the score now. I mean, need to go and watch the junglist. You know, some people. It's a brilliant show. You know, lovely people and come out and communicate, Ara, big up yourself, Dan, big up yourself, next up sports. And I think, I think Evergreen 876, big up on yourself. As usual, the usual suspect them usually come and watch the Nick and Dan podcast. Massive support to you guys. Really appreciate it. You understand? I mean, Daniel, your last word, before you end the live.
No, I don't know. Best of the people, as I said, best of the people who always come check in on the show. Good talk podcast is another episode, Nick
Yeah,
and the Dan podcast. And don't forget to smash up the likes and don't forget to subscribe to both channel. We're streaming
yeah,
on both, very much
yeah.
appreciated. And people them just want to enjoy on the Sunday. Tomorrow is Monday. Everybody just stay safe. Ah,
The newly promoted team have a team down, man. You know.
to God.
48 minutes. I go watch it, people big up
Uh,
on themselves. I really appreciate it.
mm, mm.